everybody, and welcome to We Are 863. My name is Sam.
I'm Woods.
I'm subject 2.
I'm subject
3. 3. They are subject 4, Woods. We've been over this so many times. So welcome to We Are 863. This is where we look at subject 4, that's you. All of subject 4's memes, theories, all surrounding Project 863. They're very helpful. The memes are very fun. Lift the tension a little bit. I think we can all agree that we need some tension lifted. So let's just get into it. We are going to be looking at these themes and themes. I said themes. I combined
themes and memes.
Theories and memes. Themes. We are going to be looking at these theories and memes first over on Spellbound Plus. If you're not familiar, click the link down in the description. Let's go into the exclusive tier first. Project 863 Plus. Use the wheel. Oh yeah, that's nice. Look at that.
Is Project Pegasus the serum? Because Matt has come in contact with the serum, but hasn't touched the substance. Maybe Nelson's project is to make more serum or collect all of the serum.
Interesting. Project Pegasus being the serum. I mean, I don't see why not. If Project 863 is all about collecting all of the serum and like us on that end,
I just kind of related it to that anyways.
Yeah, I feel like Project Pegasus is the most familiar name we've heard.
Yeah.
And looking at all the documents too, there have been times where we've seen that name pop up as well. Yeah, I agree. I've already kind of like linked that name.
Cool, not just me.
In the scratched out photo at the top on the left, you can kind of see hair on the man. It looks like dark brown or black. After looking at it closer, I saw the woman also has light brown or blonde hair. I think we actually have the photo in the headquarters. This is the photo that we are talking about. Now, if you want an up-close exclusive look at this picture, make sure that you are a part of Project 863 Plus over on Spellbound, because that is where we have our official evidence list that Chanel has been working really hard on, where she documents all of the evidence that we find like in the RV or in the Mountaineer. If you subscribe to Project 863 Plus, you get access to it. So yeah, looking at this picture, it definitely looks like dark brown or black hair for the guy. It is hard because with Polaroids, with like the flash, I feel like they make everything around like look darker. I can't really see the hair on the woman though. I'm assuming it's Deb's.
Yeah. It's super scratched. What if prototype that Wes is working on in the RV isn't a prototype for Life's Blood? What if it's a prototype for the antidote to Life's Blood? And the reason why he left Deb to hide the second half of the serum by himself was to go work on the antidote, because Deb felt that hiding the serum was more important than helping him.
That's interesting. I'm trying to think about that timeline, because in this world, Wes was already helping Deb for some period of time, starting to hide the serum, but was under the effects of the serum enough to where he decided to break off and go work on the antidote, leaving her, which I guess is a possibility. The thing that's really hard for me sometimes is Syntech closed in the early like 2000s-ish. And so the Phantom seems young to me, or young enough to be like super agile, or maybe that's a benefit of the serum too, or maybe the serum, like, I don't know if I actually mean this, but like makes you live a little bit longer. Like, I don't know, but like, let's say this guy was like 30 when Syntech shut down. There's just something about like the timeline of it all. I guess we don't know when they started hiding the serum. So this is just a little tangent I've decided to go on.
That's a good point.
But that's fascinating. But I don't know that Deb would have felt like hiding the serum was more important than helping Wesley.
Yeah, because
like,
they could do both of those things.
Yeah, and they're like in love and stuff.
It just seemed like Wesley went off the deep and then Deb couldn't handle it.
Yeah, we're gonna paraphrase this theory a little bit. I have an idea. Matt wants to keep the serum for leverage. Wood wants to destroy it. Samantha wants to give the antidote to Wes to help him. All of these are good ideas, but I might have one that helps all of you out and works everyone's ideas into it. Destroy the serum, however, don't do it until we know how to safely and properly destroy and dispose of it. However, keep the antidote. You'll never know if you'll need it. Sam makes a point when she mentions giving the antidote to Wes. However, Matt also made a point when he said we don't know if it will even help him at this point. He could be too far gone. Ask Deb, does she think that the antidote will work on Wesley? Wouldn't you rather have Wes on your side against the fight with Syntech and Cyphus? I mean, maybe.
As cool as that sounds, I just don't think that Wes would be up to join our team.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just so much unknown and like, it's very hard to picture that now.
Yeah.
Everyone had good ideas, but the arguing made it impossible to discuss and figure out the best course of action. And now the team is split up, just like what happened with Nelson, Deb, and Wesley at Syntech. Project 863 is supposed to be a team that comes together and works together to fight and stop what's happening. You can't afford to have a civil war. Just remember to breathe.
Aww.
Well, man, there's something that was very unsettling reading the comparison to...
Yeah, you gotta be honest, that was like,
I mean, that
kind of hit differently, this one.
Are we really them?
No, we're not
I don't think we're that far gone.
Matt being the boss, we're both working for him.
Yeah.
You seem to be taking the moral high ground of this.
Do you think that's what Deb does?
Like Deb.
I mean, I will say, like, after I've learned to trust her, I think I do tend to agree with her decisions more.
I hear you. I don't not understand your perspective,
Yeah,
right?
like, I know that you have morals, and, like, it's not like you just blatantly disagree with everything I say.
Okay. Okay. As long as we know that we're both coming from some sort of logic.
Sure.
On either end.
Sure.
Right?
Now, what that logic is based in, I think, is different for
Sure.
the both of us. But we really appreciate the theories, so please keep them coming. Let's keep scrolling. Am I the only one finding it hard to believe that the Phantom is Wes? He would have to be in his mid-50s to 60s right now. There must be some sort of rejuvenation happening by using the serum, because I don't know too many men that age that could run like him. A few highly trained perhaps, but not one clinging to life if they don't get their medication. Maybe it is him, and maybe there is some sort of rejuvenation stuff in this serum. We don't really know, but that's just something that I've started thinking about recently.
Yeah, these are all really good points. I could see like a couple different avenues where it might not be the rejuvenation one, where like he could be hiring other Phantoms and stuff, but for some reason like I kind of lean towards more of this, because like it's super highly sought out for, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, what else would you be trying to, like, make a serum like this for? Like, if it's not some sort of super soldier, like, building an army of Phantom things, then, like, what else?
Yeah, because we gotta remember, like, we don't even know what the serum's for yet, and it's been a year.
Yeah.
And like, those are some good opportunities to stick some super soldiers in there.
I mean, yeah, government contracts.
Yeah,
like,
when you're that secretive, then you can do that type of stuff. An observation, clothes make the man, parallels and imagery. With this most recent episode, Mistress Kalan, and I noticed a curious parallel that we think may spell disaster for the team if things keep playing out this way.
Okay.
This past episode, when they were sitting in the war room, we noticed something visually off. Woods is wearing a button-up shirt, but usually we almost always see him in a dark colored shirt. Sweatshirts, sure. Yeah, well, it's a little hot. This prompted us to take a look at how everyone else was dressed and how they were interacting. Woods is almost always seen in dark colored t-shirts / sweatshirts. Button-up shield imprint shirt. The pattern was very shield badge. Kind of reminded us of how an undercover officer would dress.
He was the only one taking notes.
His mannerisms were also very reminiscent of older movie undercover officers.
Okay. Sam was wearing a shirt with hearts on it. Hearts are associated with Syntech. How?
The 3 hearts.
Oh, the clover?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I've honestly never viewed those as hearts before. She wants to help the Phantom, wanting to change the world, one person at a time. She wants to help Wes, like Deb longed to. Yeah. Syntech was working on biotechnical innovations for its individual patients. Matt is dressed in all black. He is talking about using what they have as leverage against the Phantom. This could be considered very Phantom / Cyphus-like from what we've observed / been told of them. Quinn is us. All we can do is stand by and watch. We must be united and help where we can to fix what's going on for the team. Matt's plan, we learn, is to take Quinn and send Sam and Woods off together to get the next 2 serums. Matt is taking us, his followers. This parallels Cyphus and his Phantoms. He is sending Woods, whom we observed this episode to be reminiscent of an undercover officer, and Sam, who is trying to save the Phantom or Wes, much like Deb was, off to get a different serum vial. They are splintering as Syntech did. If the old adage, history is doomed to repeat itself, holds true, something needs to change, or Project 863 is in jeopardy.
Bruh! What's with these deep posts?
How does that make you feel?
How was I moving around like an undercover officer? This makes me feel weird. This makes me feel uneasy.
Yeah.
I don't like the parallels, and I don't like the imagery.
I mean, it's brilliant observations. I feel, and this is like kind of a joke and kind of not, like group counseling for anybody. There are parallels though.
There are parallels, and I think there's a logical explanation for that, really. Because each of us have taken a different moral stand.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily gonna affect the way we dress, but it could affect the way we behave. And it could affect the way we come off and interact with each other, especially if our ideas don't go with each other. The shirt,
oh yeah,
it's just hot.
I'm not reading too much into the wardrobe of it all, but I just think like this is the second post we've seen with someone drawing a comparison to Deb, Wes, and Nelson, and it's unsettling. Oof. A while back in one of your We Are 863 videos, someone else had made a post saying that they might all be the colors of the original Syntec colors, blue, red, and yellow. We have now found a blue and a red, and the see-through serum I would count as yellow. It's interesting because I've seen this theory a lot, but the red is definitely the serum. The blue, I think Matt was saying in the vault, like, oh, this could count as serum, but to me, it's the antidote. Like, that's not serum.
Yeah.
And the clear, I don't know that I would count as yellow. Personally, I think it'd be really fascinating if that's how this all ended up coming together, but I'm curious as to like what purpose that would serve.
It would just be for a bunch of symbolism and imagery.
Yeah,
but like
maybe just Nelson was like, you know what, primary colors, let's do it.
I mean, he's all about the imagery and the symbolism, you know,
Yeah.
his little snakes.
Fascinating. Let's go over into the regular Project 863 story.
The common area.
Syntec logo in the style of Project 863 with all the swirls.
Hearts.
Well, yeah, this I definitely see more heart, but I feel like they were drawn more like hearts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For some reason, like, I just always saw clovers. I was thinking if you got the license to one of those cars that the Phantom owns, you can look up documents of who owns it. You can find a name of one of the Phantoms. We don't know that those were his or that this was even on the same property line. Like, we only explored this warehouse in the RV. I guess there is a chance, but they also all looked covered and everything. And like, we don't even know if this was the same property.
These look like commercial businesses here.
I guess we don't really know, but this wasn't even like on the property to me.
Like, these houses were boarded up.
Yeah.
So I don't think there was too much activity going on in the area. But it's a good point.
Because, yeah, they also said, I think there are obviously multiple Phantoms because why so many cars? To me, this was definitely just like the singular Phantom's hideout because there was truly no other activity. And when we heard him on the phone, he really made it sound like how did they find me here? It seemed like this was like a safe space for him.
Ooh, sorry, dude.
You really liked that meme, huh?
Yeah.
What if the reason Matt is so irrational is because something has been injected to him without our or his knowledge, and that something is interfering with his logical side and making him more likely to put the team in danger? It doesn't have to be an injection, it could be hypnosis or something along those lines. I mean, I really don't know how he wouldn't know that. I mean, I guess that's the whole point of hypnosis, is that like you don't know what's happening, but
I would just think that like more so like the radiation that we've been near is getting to his head. Not necessarily that he's going crazy, but if he was, it would be what we've been hanging around.
So I've noticed that everyone has been acting strange lately, and it started a little later after they went to the radioactive site. At that site, it looked like there was some sort of red chemical on the ground that I think is Life's blood. I was thinking, if Life's blood made Wes not like himself, what if when they were at the site, the chemicals had actually got to them? They weren't wearing any protection. Well, we were eventually. We were wearing the masks, but not really.
Shoot right through your skin.
Yeah. And it could explain why they could have been affected. That could have been a trap from Cyphus and would tear them all apart if he got to them. He knew that they had the RSD, and he could have purposefully spilled the chemicals there to lead them there to get affected. That eventually separated them. Matt, Sam, or Woods, if you're reading this, I would seriously try to contact Deb and ask her why you're acting like this and see if you can get help. So, okay, like, I don't want to come off as defensive, but I feel like Matt's the one acting the most, like, irrational and sporadic. I feel like you and I are just frustrated and are trying to do what we think is best. You and I aren't, like, acting, like, chemically altered and, like...
No, it does seem like when we're all together, that's when it starts to get, like, fizzy.
Yeah, I just think we're not getting along right now. And, like, I mean, I think that this is a really fascinating theory. I guess the stress is just really getting to Matt, which makes sense. I think it's kind of getting to all of us. I could see why people would think it's affecting Matt, because I think he's acting
irrational.
Yeah, and just like blatantly different than he had in the past.
Yeah.
But I feel like you and I are still kind of like acting out of just what we think is best individually.
Yeah, we can be civil.
Which I guess he's doing too, like, to be fair. I don't know what it is, but the whole theory about us being like exposed to chemicals and that affecting how we're behaving, like, I guess
No, it's a good point.
could be true.
Should be something we should be wary of, to be honest.
Yeah, let's see what the comments say. This makes a lot of sense, why they're making such rash decisions. But is that what the serum does? I understand how people see a correlation of like, we started being around all this radioactive stuff and like now we're all fighting all the time, but like why would the serum put people in bad moods?
It could be a deterioration of brain matter. It could be
Deterioration of brain matter.
Yeah, that's what radiation does. It just deteriorates you. I don't think Matt was injected with anything. Some people, more than others, can be affected by radiation in different ways. And so whether we were there all together doesn't necessarily mean that we would all be acting the same way. So it's a good point to bring up. Thank you.
Yeah. Man, do you want to look at some memes?
Please, God.
Okay, now let's lighten the mood a little bit, see how you all are feeling meme-wise.
All right. That's not real. That's just a meme.
You also didn't spell my name right, but
Santhas.
Santhas. No, times are tough.
Family fights.
Yeah, family fights.
Me agreeing with Matt. Me also agreeing with Sam. Me also agreeing with Woods. That's funny. Hey, did you hear that Andrew Garfield and Toby, what's his name? This first Spider-Man? All the Spider-Mans are gonna be in one Spider-Man movie?
I did hear about it. I'm very excited as well.
Is it Tobey Maguire? Sounds like such a fake name.
It sounds like a fake name.
Tobey Maguire seems like a Wes.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
That's what Wes would look like.
So you've casted
Wes.
Deb and Wes as Natalie Portman and Tobey Maguire. Interesting.
Matt, when Sam smacked him calling him stupid. Yeah, that's why he's so mad.
He was mad before that. Yes, that was not the most rational thing for me to do while he was driving. Like, he quite literally, and I mean, you were doing it too, but
I know.
you guys were just staying in the RV when the Phantom was quite literally around the corner. That deserves, at the very least, a slap on the shoulder.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sam. Thanks.
Yeah, that's funny.
Sam wants to understand this meme.
Themselves.
Such a good dude. That's so good. The only time this meme has made me laugh.
It's the only time this meme has like made sense to me. Is she boxed like a fish, yes or no? It did have aquarium vibes for a second. I just needed like actual space to just sit and think and not worry about like somebody else taking the serum, so I took it first. Like,
So you went to your old set.
yeah, so I went to my comfort place. Liquid starts moving me, it's alive. It was so weird
It was
how
like attracted
visually
to something.
it looked like it moved. Like, it obviously started causing some sort of chemical reaction, but then when it like moved over to it, like, it was very
It
weird.
seemed like when it dropped here, there was almost like this invisible portion of the serum.
It is just crazy how it really looked like it was alive. Anyone have this reaction? Subject for it. Split up the antidote and split up the team. I mean, yeah, like, I anticipated that people wouldn't agree with all of us.
I felt like that. What if Matthias is actually the story's villain?
I don't think he is. I know a lot of people might feel that way right now, but like, he's not the villain here. We obviously have some internal conflict, but like, there's still an actual villain. And to me, the big villain of this all is Cyphus. Nelson Cyphus is the one that started all of this, and we still haven't even interacted with him. He's head honcho of all of the Phantoms.
Right.
He is the villain. This is something that I totally understand is still confusing for a lot of people, but when we were interacting with this Phantom all the way at the beginning, like, we were calling him Cyphus because we thought it was Cyphus. Through text exchanges and everything we were finding, we were just like, this must be Cyphus. But towards the end of our text exchanges, the Phantom literally said something along the lines of like, I don't want to have to tell Nelson about this. And that was when we realized,
The scale
wait,
of this
larger. Yeah, this is just one of the Phantoms that Deb was talking about. Like, this isn't Cyphus.
Which just like puts into perspective how big this is.
Yeah. Just want to go home. I see McDonald's slap. There was some part of me that got upset when I saw this comment saying, poor Woods, he is stuck in the middle of all of this. Let's give Woods some love. Because I feel like when I was in the middle of you and Matt fighting in like the last 4 episodes, like everyone was like, okay, I'm just being silly. But I was like, okay, I want love too.
I want to say personally, like both Matt and I were in the wrong in that situation. The fact that Sam alone had to go do that, it wasn't right, and that's dangerous, and I'm not in the middle of this. I'm up here sitting with Matt in this situation, just to be clear.
Thank you. Thank you, Spellbound. Let's go on over to Reddit. Whoa, this is so cool. Deb, you alright? It looks like you've seen a ghost or something.
Oh my god, bro. And here's the case and everything.
Yeah, the case. That is so cool, Smoke Grouchy. Thank you.
He was evil to begin with.
You think he was evil this entire time?
Yeah, and then he knows where half of the serums are already.
Stop.
Oh my god, dude, that would mean Wes would have to know where half of the serums are.
Like, is that true? Wait, if the Phantom is Wes, then he at the very least knows where half of the serums are already. So there's only X amount that we have access to with the RSD that he doesn't have, which is why he broke in. So how much do we think he's collected already?
You could have collected all of it. How much is there?
We don't know, maybe? I honestly don't remember.
Oh no.
But so that's probably why, if this is all true, like, he probably has so many, because if he hid half of them with Deb, he would know where they are. Or maybe the serum has messed with his brain and he doesn't remember where they hid the serum together.
Maybe we should go tell Matt.
This is...
Oh my god.
Wow. Friendship ended with Sam and Woods. Now Quinn is my best friend. Real insider tip, Quinn's always been his best friend.
What is this Photoshop, dog?
I mean, I think that's kind of the point, is that it's like burnt meme quality, but experimenting with a radioactive toxins. Wait, okay. Experimenting with a radioactive toxic serum, dangerous. You've become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Use the antidote wisely. Split it in 3 teams. That's Smith and Woods. How would you use it wisely?
What would using the antidote wisely be? You know what I mean? That's what we're all trying to do.
Why is the mask so destroyed? An eye is broken and the pipes are disconnected. What happened when he was away?
So I feel like Matt and I were having a conversation about this because we don't know where he went off to. Is he just deteriorating? Is he just falling apart? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think, like, even if he was deteriorating, doesn't necessarily mean his mask would deteriorate.
Oof, it's scary to look at.
Yeah, his face is definitely like falling apart in terms of his mask. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for all your memes and all your theories. Everything was pretty enlightening.
I think we're both gonna like take a lot from...
Yeah, we've got some things to say to Matt. Thanks for pointing it out. Thank you for watching, and...
The link to Spellbound Plus is down in the description. Be sure to go sign up. We're all there, having a good time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you know, all those YouTube things, and we will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
If for some reason you missed the main episode, click here. If you'd like to see some of the behind the scenes, check out Behind 863 here. You're not going to want to miss this one.